Let's join Sally Reynolds for a tour of a great southern garden.
It's a beautiful fall day in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and we are at the garden of Ron Daniels. Ron, good morning.
Good
morning. Thanks so much for having us come out.
You're very welcome. Glad to have you here.
Ron, as we start here at the entrance to the house, it just looks like a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Now I know that you grow roses is probably number one.
It's number one.
And so tell me about this rose right here.
Well, this is a new variety of knockout roses. It's called Home Run. They don't get as tall, but I love the flowers. They have 5 petals on them, and they turn brighter red than the regular knockouts. So
it is just fantastic, and it really is the newest of the knockout series this year. You know, knockout started in 2000 with the original knockout that was a double ARS winner, and this intense red color. It is just spectacular with these yellow cannas.
Right.
It is October, so we've got some great mums.
Right.
As the impatiens maybe are a little past their prime, and the mums just coming along looking so beautiful with the roses and the cannas.
Yeah, I like to use the impatiens and the mums and the cannons too to complement the roses.
Ron, these container gardens are gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. Now which petunia is this?
This is a new variety that come out this year called silver petunia.
Okay.
And when I bought it, it said silver, and I could, it does have kind of a silver cast to it.
Oh, very much so.
You know.
How many plants are in there?
That's one.
That is one plant?
That is one plant.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely spectacular.
Early spring.
So tell me your feeding.
Well, I use a lot of liquid fertilizer.
Okay.
In the beginning, I'll put some Osmocote in there and put something organic like alfalfa meal, and then through the summer I put either a Miracle-Gro or a product called Easy Feed, which is used a lot in the roses. I pretty much treat my pots kind of like I do my roses. Same type of fertilizer. Okay.
Oh, look at this beautiful arbor, and those two varieties are
Pearly Gates is the pale pink ones, and then the pink and with the white centers is called Berries and Cream, which is a cousin to the 4th of July climbing rose, which is not. I have one, but it's not blooming today. And I've had like 3 good bloom cycles off of them this season. So.
Well, Pearly Gates has got an exquisite spray there that is absolutely perfection for us today.
Right.
You have actually chosen the side yard of your property to develop this very intimate space with lots of roses and lots of incredible giant zinnias.
Yes. They're a good complement to roses, and when I make arrangements with them, they are just unbelievable.
Well, I know zinnias were always one of my dad's favorite annual flowers, and they are fabulous arrangement roses. So really and truly, your rose garden is not really set up like an exhibition rose grower.
Oh no,
would.
No.
Yours is set up in such a beautiful way to just stroll and enjoy these roses.
Right. And that's, it's a work in progress. I've expanded it a couple times since I've been here. And my wife's an interior designer, so she's kind of helped me have some kind of flow to it instead of growing, just in straight rows and stuff. But it's a good place. It's a good place to sit and look at the roses.
Now, how long did you tell me it's been since you first started growing roses?
It'll be, it's been about 18 years.
Okay.
18 years, and I started out with just a few, and then eventually had over 200 before I moved here 10 years ago. And
wow.
My wife threatened my life if I grew more than I could take care of. So maybe when I retire, I'll expand on fiber. But
so about how many have you got now?
I have about 80-something here.
Okay.
And counting the miniatures.
And we've got hybrid teas, we've got shrubs, we've got minis, we've got
floribundas. I have a little bit of everything.
Okay.
In everything. So that way I'm able to enjoy all types of roses.
And you have got wonderful little intimate paths here. in amongst the roses.
Right.
You just feel completely hugged by these roses. Your growing conditions, I mean, their foliage and their blooms, here it is October, and they're spectacular.
Well, you know, as you well know, you have to work at it. You have to do the spraying and do the watering and do the primping. I spend a lot of time here doing that, but it pays off. It pays off.
Now I notice here we've got the miniatures. What, Magic Carousel?
That's right.
All righty. Right. What have we got here?
It's called Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. And that's Baby Grand.
And Baby Grand.
Pink one.
And so behind the minis, we've got a couple of beautiful hybrid teas. This is what, one of our oldest Peace?
Peace.
All
That's right. That's right. It's been around and grows real well. That's a new one I just planted last year called Dublin.
That is gorgeous.
And it has huge flowers on it, and it's a new plant, but next year it'll be even bigger than that.
And that is, my understanding, a top-notch exhibition rose.
Yes, it is. I've never showed it, but maybe I can find that perfect one and show it next year sometime.
Look at this beautiful combination. Now we've got a beautiful yellow. Now, is this grandiflora?
No, it's actually a hybrid too.
Okay.
It's called Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow.
Yes, and my wife picked that out. She liked that color, and of course, you know, yellows are kind of hard to grow.
It is.
So,
in the world of yellows, you have very few good yellows.
That's true.
You've got lots of other, lots of varieties and all the other colors, but yellow, not so many. And to accent this wonderful mellow yellow, these zinnias are just, to me, just absolutely make this combination right now, today, absolutely rock.
Yeah.
Now, of course, zinnias are an annual that have some fungus problems.
Right.
They like to mildew.
Right.
So, tell me how you make all of this work.
I kind of treat the zinnias kind of like I do my roses. I'll spray them with the fungicides when I spray my roses. I'm here, might as well do it. So it does it keeps them under control. You'll still get some, and a lot of people complain about that, but if you can keep the top part of them from getting too much, when you cut them, you don't see them as much.
Well, they are beautiful. And zinnias just repeat and repeat and repeat.
Oh, yes. There's about 3 varieties I like: the California Giant, and Peppermint Stick, and a State Fair. They do real well. I enjoy growing them. I give them about as many of them away as I do roses.
Do you really?
Yes, yes.
And of course, they make wonderful arrangements mixing them together.
They really are. They're a good complement to roses.
Oh my gosh, look at this great little bench. You know, for me, you have to have a sitting spot, at least one. I like many in a garden. There's something about sitting down and being able to enjoy the garden much better in a sitting position than a standing position.
But my wife tells me that I don't sit on it enough. She says I'm out here working in the roses and don't, but I try to stop early in the morning and do it.
That's always the comment. Gosh, Ron, as we continue to stroll through the garden, I keep seeing so many things that I didn't see the first time I walked through. Look at this wonderful yellow lantana growing in between. Double Delight. I tell you, that's a good one. Hybrid Tea 1977.
That's right.
Oh, Ron, tell me about these 2 little pieces.
I have 3 grandchildren, and they like to come in the garden here, and one of them's a little bit too small, but Maddie, my oldest granddaughter, she likes to fish, so I made these up. I have a guy that makes them for me, but I do the antiquing and personalizing of them, and kind of reminds me when I'm out here with my grandkids.
That is absolutely.
You know, I have 2. I have 2 granddaughters, Macy and Maddie, and I have a grandson, Seth.
You've got other pieces of kind of family memorabilia.
Right. My dad was a great gardener, and I have some things in here to remind me of him. And my father-in-law wasn't a gardener, but he was real. Had a lot of impact on my life. So when I come out here, it kind of reminds me of them in my garden.
Ron, it has just been a real privilege and delight to share your garden with you on this beautiful October morning.
Well, you're very welcome. I appreciate you coming to the garden, and that's the reason why I grow it, to share the garden with other people and all that. So